There are two concepts to complete in capital budgeting. One very small issue, average rate of return or accounting rate of return. Just a 5 minutes concept. Then timing disparity, modified NPV and modified IRR. Not regularly asked in the exam. Once they asked in the PA2 examination, then they did not ask it. Still, it is forming part of syllabus. It will take around 1.5 hours to complete that particular concept along with the problem. First session will try to complete this capital budgeting chapter with introduction to leverages. Second session will start doing the problems from the chapter leverages. Now let us discuss this concept called as accounting rate of return or average rate of return. Before that, to summarize, capital budgeting decisions are all long-term investment decision where we make a huge outlay in year 0 followed by inflows in the number of future years, irreversible as well as risky decision. Three types of decisions are there: accept, reject, mutually exclusive, capital rationing decisions. Accept, reject is where good projects are accepted, bad ones are rejected. In case of mutually exclusive, best will be selected. Accepting one leads to rejection of others. Capital rationing is a situation wherein we have a number of good projects but cannot accept all due to fund constraint. In that case, how to do it is a capital rationing area. Last class only we in detail discuss about the capital rationing concepts. Next, when you make a decision should be based on information. The relevant information for a capital budgeting decisions are as follows. Don't make the decision based on profits, always go by cash flows. That too not the total cash flows but incremental cash flows. Incremental cash flows after paying tax. Cash flow should be adjusted for side effects. Don't look at the project cash flows alone. Also see the impact of the project cash flows on other areas of operations. Next is depreciation, non-cash, prima facie should be ignored. When you have a taxation should be reduced and then added back for calculating the correct tax cash flows. Working capital is an outflow in the initial year and inflow in the terminal year. This is what we discuss in the relevant data which we use very elaborately in the cash flow estimation and capital budgeting concepts. Next, we discuss about the techniques, non-discounting techniques, discounting techniques. Non-discounting techniques are ARR, payback period. Discounting techniques are NPV, PI, IRR, discounted payback, EABR, EAC. Everything has been discussed except for ARR. Then we saw how to calculate payback period. Number of years in which investment made is recover. For multiple and even cash flow, it is year cash flow and cumulative cash flow columns. And if it is going to be annuity, it is outlay divided by annuity inflow. Perpetuity also is nothing but annuity only. Same way to calculate. Single cash flow is the year in which the cash flow occurs will be the payback period. Discounted payback is same as payback except that instead of cash flows we use the discounted cash flow. PI is equal to discounted inflow by discounted outflow. NPV is equal to discounted inflow minus discounted outflow. In all this, the discount rate to be used is the cost of capital. IRR is the discount rate at which the discounted inflow equals the discounted outflow. IRR is return on investment. It should be compared with the cost of capital for accepting a project or rejecting a project. IRR is greater than cost of capital. NPV is positive. PI more than 1, accept. IRR less than cost of capital. NPV is negative. PI is less than 1, reject. IRR is equal to cost of capital. NPV is 0. PI is equal to 1, indifferent. Everybody yes or no? Now, we saw how to calculate IRR for a single cash flow using future value is equal to present value into 1 plus R power n formula. IRR for annuity cash flow is discounted cash flow into annuity factor, where I know the discounted cash flow, we find out the annuity factor, there we know the factor, here search for the percentage. IRR for perpetuity is discounted cash flow is equal to cash flow by R, or R is equal to cash flow by discounted cash flow. Is how we found out IRR for a perpetuity. IRR for multiple and even will be found out using guess rate. Generally, the trial and error method, guess rate, we can find out from the examination question paper itself, where they give you the relevant present value factors. Once we have completed that, we discuss about cash flow estimation and capital budgeting, where we calculated initial cash flow, operating cash flow, terminal cash flow, etc. Initial cash flow is generally two items. One is the new item investment and old item sales value and working capital investment. Operating cash flow will be cash flow after tax. The format is PBDT minus depreciation, PBT minus tax, PAT, add depreciation, cash flow after tax. And terminal cash flow will be obviously the salvage value as well as the working capital recovery. While calculating operating cash flow, it can be a annuity cash flow or a multiple and even. Operating cash flow to be annuity, two conditions should be satisfied. Every year the profit should be same. Depreciation should be SLM. If any one of them absent, it becomes a multiple and even cash flow. Then we discussed about tax and loss. What happens? Two ways of treating the loss and tax shield. One is carry forward and set off. If you don't have enough profit in the current year to set off, or set off in the same year itself if you have sufficient profits. Then we discuss about the next area called as life disparity. When NPV and IRR select different projects in case of mutually exclusive, it is called as NPV IRR conflict. The conflict arises due to two reasons: life disparity, timing disparity. Already we completed life disparity. Today we will be discussing timing disparity. Life disparity says that normally longer the life, more the NPV, faster the cash flow, more the IRR. NPV says the quantum of return, IRR says the speed of the return. In that case, we should not compare NPV of a 3-year project with the NPV of a 4-year project, because one is a 3-year NPV, another is a 4-year NPV. Two options: repetition method, 3-year project do 4 times, 4-year project do 3 times, make it into 12 years, compare the NPV. Option 1. Option 2 is calculate EAB or EAC. NPV per annum is nothing but NPV divided by annuity factor. If the problem is outflow dominator problem, you have to say between two outflows, now go for EAC, net discounted outflow divided by annuity factor. Then I think we discuss about that capital rationing. When you have capital rationing, we should allocate the capital to the projects to earn high NPV. But to earn a high NPV, I should not rank based on NPV. I should rank based on PI. Was the first lesson we discussed. Number 2, the capital rationing can be of two situations: divisible, indivisible. Divisible project means even a proportionate of the project can be accepted and proportionate NPV earned. Indivisible either accept in full or reject in full is called as indivisible project. Right or not? No. And third is, when you have an idle fund, we should be investing and having a NP which is generally negative, we should be understanding. Delayed start, when next year a project is going to start, means it will not come into capital rationing, because capital rationing only fights for the current year fund and not for the next year fund. All these issues have been discussed in this chapter, capital budgeting. Fairly an easy chapter only because of our idea about time value of money, but a very, very lengthy chapter which we are discussing, one of the big chapters in the syllabus. Now let us quickly do the ARR of accounting rate of return. A very, very worst technique, but still we have to read it and do it in the examination. So copy this quickly. Write down accounting rate of return or average rate of return. Accounting rate of return or average rate of return. Branch it into two. Formula 1, Formula 2. Accounting rate of return or average rate of return. Branch it into two. Formula 1, Formula 2. Formula 1 is average profit after tax by original investment into 100. Formula 1 is average profit after tax divided by original investment into 100. Formula 2, average profit after tax divided by average investment into 100. Average profit after tax divided by average investment into 100. Divided by average investment into 100. Finish writing above? Average PAT by average investment into 100. Finish copying up? Average profit after tax AVG PROFIT AFTER TAX divided by average investment. Finish writing or not? Write down notes. Write down note. Average investment is equal to, just to avoid confusion, write it here. Average note, write note. Average investment is equal to, I'll write it here. Average investment is equal to original investment minus salvage value. Average investment is equal to original investment minus salvage value divided by 2 plus salvage value plus working capital. Original investment minus salvage value divided by 2 plus salvage value plus working capital plus salvage value plus working capital plus salvage value plus working capital. This is a formula for average investment. Okay, now tell me, ARR, what is the expansion? Average rate of return or accounting rate of return. It can be calculated in two methods or two formulas. What is the first formula? Average profit after tax divided by original investment into 100. Second formula is average profit after tax divided by average investment into 100. In that average investment, if you want to find out what is the formula, original investment minus salvage value divided by 2 plus salvage value plus working capital. Everybody, are you understanding it or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, it's a very, that is ignoring time value of money, very approximate method. Using this, companies never select projects, but a simple method to understand. Can I put it or not? Now, very simple. I want to make an investment. First thing which I want to know is, what is the return on investment?
Yes,
What is the return on investment? We know IRR is a return on investment, yes or no? But it's a very technical way of calculating it. For a layman, return on investment, return divided by investment. Correct? What is return on investment? Return divided by investment. When I invest in a project, suppose MTH guy invest in a new project, means for them the return is profit. Normally anybody asks in the world, what is the return? They don't say cash flow, they say what? Profit. That's what layman understands. So the word return means what? Profit. Profit by investment gives you return on investment. Respond, yes or no? Yes. Now the question is, I start a new project. I invest 10 lakh rupees. How much rupees here? 10 lakh rupees. Very small project. Invest how much rupees? 10 lakh rupees. Okay. First year profit is 2 lakhs. Second year profit is 3 lakhs. Third year profit is 2 lakh 50. Fourth year profit is 1 lakh. Fifth year profit is 1 lakh 50. 5 years profit is given or not? All these are projections are already happened. Projections. Everything is what? Projection. Okay. I project 5 years profit. Okay. Now I said return on investment, profit by investment. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When I say profit by investment, which year profit by investment? Yeah, first year, second year, third, fourth, fifth. It is average. It what profit here? Average. I should not take a specific year profit because it is a given year. I want to know the overall return, means average is representative. Now average evens out what? Extreme. Some year I may have a low profit, some may have what? Bumper profit. Cycle is that. Business cycle is that. So when I want to know the per annum return on investment from a project, I always go for what profit? Average profit, or not a specific year profit. Everybody accept or not?
Yes, sir.
So it is average profit divided by investment. When I say profit, it is profit before tax, after tax, after tax. Because that is what I ultimately earn. Because government takes some money, yes or no? So when I say return on investment, it's going to be what? Profit by investment. What profit? Average profit. What average profit? Average profit after tax divided by investment. Remember, yes or no? There are two formulas. So anyone, a person can select examination. Look at the details given. No detail given. Now go for what investment? Original investment. If they give you details regarding salvage value and working capital, then use what investment? Average investment. Tell me the formula for average investment. Original investment minus salvage value divided by 2 plus salvage value plus working capital. Logic for average investment I will tell you after the problem is completed with the help of the numbers. Can I proceed or not? No. That's all. ARR is completed. Tell me in simple words, what is ARR? The formula, a simple, what is ARR? Return on investment. What is ARR? Return on investment. What is return on investment? Return divided by investment. I measure the return in cash flow or profit? Profit. This is a unique capital budgeting technique which does not use cash flow. Annually bad. So no. So it is using what? Profit. So what profit? First year profit or last year profit? Average profit. Profit before paying tax, after tax, after tax. Average PAT divided by investment. The investment can be original or can be what? Average. That's all. Everybody, are you understanding it or not? Now, take the question number 1. Please take question number 1. We'll calculate the ARR. Stop talking, please. Shh. Please. Compute ARR for the following 2 machines. Mission 1, mission 2, original cost 5 lakhs, 4 lakhs, salvage value 50,000, 40,000, working capital 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. Profit after tax 30, 25, 35, 40, 20 for 5 years for mission 1, 15, 25, 22, 500, 37, 500 and 10,000 for mission 2. They asked to calculate ARR. Now, there are 2 options before me, either to buy mission 1 or to buy mission 2. Yes or no? Okay. What is the investment I have to make in mission 1? 5 lakhs. Mission 2, 4 lakhs. Salvage value which I expect is how much? 50,000, 40,000. Actual budgeted. Working capital investment today is 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. PAT is given. Actual PAT, budgeted PAT, budgeted profit after tax. Calculate the ARR. Can you proceed or not? No. First step is to calculate what? Average profit after tax. Second step to calculate the average investment. And then go for both the formulas to calculate the ARR. Everybody, can we do it together or not? No. Write down. Solution to question number 1. Solution to question number 1. Okay. Particulars mission 1, mission 2. Particulars mission 1, mission 2. Don't talk. Particulars mission 1, mission 2. Original investment. You should be writing along with me. Particulars mission 1, mission 2. Please write fast. Original investment. What is the original investment in mission 1? Tell me. 5 lakhs. What is the original investment in mission 2? 4 lakhs. 5 lakhs and 4 lakhs. What is the average profit after tax? Mission 1, what is average profit after tax? Take the calculator. It is 30 plus 25 plus 35 plus 40 plus 20 whole divided by 5. 30 plus 25 plus 35 plus 40 plus 20 whole divided by 5. What is the amount? 30,000. Average profit after tax, 30,000. Mission 2, the average profit after tax is 15 plus 25 plus 22 500 plus 37 500 plus 10,000 by 5. What is the number? 22,000. Mission 2, the average profit after tax is 22,000. Next, Formula 1 ARR. Formula 1 ARR. What is the Formula 1 ARR? Average paid by original investment. 30,000 divided by 5 lakhs. 30,000 divided by 5 lakhs into 100. 30,000 divided by 5 lakhs into 100. How much percentage? 6%. 30,000 by 5 lakhs into 100, 6%. Second is 22,000 by 4 lakhs into 100. 22,000 by 4 lakhs into 100. How much percent? 5.5%. 22,000 by 4 lakhs into 100, 5.5%. Shall I proceed on? Now, that is, next is what? Average investment. Next is average investment. Original minus salvage value. What is original investment? 5 lakhs. Minus what is salvage value? 50,000 divided by 2. 5 lakhs minus 50,000 divided by 2 plus what? 50,000 plus 1 lakh. 5 lakhs minus 50,000 divided by 2. Original investment minus salvage value by 2 plus 50,000 salvage value plus 1 lakh plus 50,000 plus 1 lakh. Tell me how much it is? 3,75,000 is equal to 3,75,000. Tell me, for mission 2, tell me the calculation, what minus what? 4 lakhs minus 40,000 by 2 plus 40,000 plus 2 lakhs. 4 lakhs minus 40,000 by 2 plus 40,000 plus 2 lakhs. How much rupees it is? 4 lakh 20,000. The amount is 4 lakh 20,000. It is 4 lakh 20,000. Now, next is ARR formula 2. ARR formula 2. It is what is 30,000 divided by 3 lakh? 75,000. 30,000 divided by 3 lakh? 75,000. Average paid by average investment. How much percent? 8%. Next is 22,000 divided by 4 lakh? 20,000. 22,000 divided by 4 lakh? 20,000 is equal to how much percent? 5.24% is equal to 5.24%. 5.24%. This is regarding the ARR calculation. Everybody respond. Are you all following or not? No. So now, which mission is good? Mission 1 or mission 2? So, mission 1 or mission 2? Why is the mission 1? It gives more return on investment. In first formula it gives 6%, second gives what? 8%. Mission 1 is better than mission 2 because it gives you higher return on investment. Is the meaning. For every 100 rupee invested, I earn 8% or 6% based on the formula is the ARR calculation. Respond. Everybody understood the ARR or not? Exam purpose calculation is over. Only point I just want to explain is the average investment concept, and then we can just go for the main issue called as timing disparity in today's class, and then go for leverages. Okay, now see, average investment is original investment divided by minus salvage value divided by 2 plus salvage value plus working capital. Everybody, can you proceed or not? Now see, understand that investment only gives you profit. I invest in asset, the asset generates me what? Return. That is why always we say return on investment. So, for MTGK to earn a profit, it should make investment in the building or what? In the equipments, etc. It is not. Now, without investment, asset will not come. Without asset, we cannot do activity. Without activity, profit cannot be earned. So, profit gets generated from investment. Yes or no? It is not? No. Every year, the P&L gives profit because there's a balance sheet for that. Yes or no? See, why P&L comes here? P&L comes only due to what? Balance sheet. There's a balance sheet to shoot the profit up, so the P&L what? Generates a profit. Everybody, right or not? No. The question is, each year I earn a profit or not? For example, first year I earn a profit of 30,000. Second year I earn a profit, how much base? 25,000. Third, how much I earn profit? 35,000 and so on. Each year I earn a profit. Yes or no? Every year there's a return on investment. First year profit by first year investment, second year profit by what? Second year investment, third year profit by third year investment. Every year there's going to be what? Return on investment. The average is average return on investment. Respond, yes or no? Now the question is, suppose I purchase this particular set, okay, visualizer set, okay, a mic with a podium, visualizer, etc. This is a visualizer set I purchase. Say a purchase is for say 1 lakh rupees. How much rupees? 1 lakh rupees. All the 5 years, is this particular asset 1 lakh? Because first year profit is earned with the new table, yes or no? Second year profit, I am not earning with the new table, I am earning with what? A depreciated table. Third year earning what? A profit, not with the depreciated table, with a further depreciated table. Everybody yes or no? Now, every year earn profit on the same asset only, but the investment is not same, because first year the asset is a new asset, second asset is what? Yeah, little bit older, so third is what? Much so older and so on. Everybody yes or no? That means each year profit I am earning with a lower investment. Are you understanding what I am saying? First year profit is earned from a new table. Suppose this table is 1 lakh, 5 years life, SLM depreciation 20,000. Easily understandable. In that case, first year I am earning the profit, MTS earns this profit with a 1 lakh investment. Yes or no? Second year in the balance sheet, I don't say the amount invested in asset side is 1 lakh. There's only how much rupees? 80,000, because I'm earning the second year profit not with a lakh investment, with what? An 80,000 investment. Yes or no? Third with what? 60,000. Fourth with what? 40 and so on. Everybody here, are you following what I am saying? No. That means it is wrong to say that always I earn the profit with a new investment, always earn with what? Zero investment. I am going to earn on an average half of the investment profit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You able to understand it? No. Rumba simple. I'll draw the diagram and show you. Okay. See. Okay. Suppose salvage value is 0. What salvage value is what? 0. I start the investment, the asset becomes 0 over number of years. Yes or no? I call as number of years. I call this as what? Investment. I may buy, for example, this machine for how much rupees? 5 lakh rupees. Last year the machine value becomes what? 0. Isn't it correct? Now, somebody asks you what is the investment. In first year I invested for 5 lakh. Yes or no? Last day person say what? Invested what? 0. Who is right? First person or last person? Both are right for the respective year. So no. Now, neither I enjoy full all 5 years, neither I enjoy a 5 lakh rupees asset, all 5 years, neither I enjoy an asset worth 0. So no. On an average, I am enjoying an asset. I am using an asset which is worth how much rupees? 2,50,000. Sometimes I am wrong on a lower side, sometimes I am wrong on what? Higher side. First few years I am enjoying asset costing more. Yes or no? Last few years I am enjoying asset costing what? Lesser. It will be evening out against each other and say on an average my investment in this machine is not 5 lakhs. Investment only how much? 2,50,000, because the investment is a depreciating investment. Everybody yes or no? In a point number 1, accept that is why I have divided the original investment divided by what? 2, because investment may be 5 lakhs, but I don't throughout the life enjoy a 5 lakh asset. Last day enjoy a 0 asset, and first day enjoy what? 5 lakhs. On an average, I am enjoying an asset worth how much? 2,50,000 is point number 1. Accept it? Yes, sir. Like clarity, yes, those who are not understood, raise your hand. Reverse question. Those who understood, raise your hand. Can I believe? Yes, can I proceed further? Now, next. See, let's go to the shh. How you are silent. Can I proceed? Now, next. Shh. Now, what is this minus salvage value? Question arises now. Now, I'll put the next diagram. Okay. The asset is 5 lakhs. The line, assume as correct line. Okay, okay, now. Okay, asset is. Now. Shh. Okay. Thank you. Stop talking. Okay. What asset? 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs asset will depreciate to 0. No. I have a salvage value. I depreciate only original cost minus salvage value by 5. Yes or no? No. It will depreciate to what is salvage value amount? 50,000. Ennappa, right or not? No. That means I can say 4,50,000 is a depreciable value. 50,000 is non-depreciable value. Yes or no? Yes, sir. This 50,000 always is blocked. Yes or no? It will not depreciate. Always I am enjoying a 50,000 asset every year. Yes or no? Plus, first year I enjoy additionally a 4,50,000 asset, and last year I enjoy what? An asset which is 0. So what I do is 5 lakhs minus 50,000. This is the amount that is depreciable. This is only divided by what? 2. The divided by 2 should be for this range and not up to 0. Respond, yes or no? 5 lakhs minus 50,000. For this value, on an average, it is how much here? 4 lakh 50. The money blocked is what? 2 lakh 25,000. Ennappa, right or not? Because salvage value doesn't depreciate. It doesn't what? Depreciate. Hence it is fully blocked. It is always blocked. First year also 50,000 I am enjoying. Last year also I am enjoying what? 50,000, because the 50,000 does not depreciate. What is depreciable value is only what? 4,50,000. First year 4,50,000. Last year what? 0. It is how much rupees? 2,25,000. Depreciable value only average. Salvage value is what? Full. Because salvage value does not reduce. It always remains same. What is first year salvage value? 50,000. Last year also what? 50,000. 50 plus 50 by 2 is what? 50,000 only. That is not going to be reduced. Everybody, are you understanding or not? Now, in that case, 2,25,000 plus 50,000 is the average investment. Yes or no? But when I do a business, I don't invest only in the table. I also invest in what? Working capital. Yes or no? Plus what? Working capital is another investment that gives you the average investment. A much more accurate way of finding it out. Ennappa, right or not? Tell me. What is average investment? Original investment minus salvage value. That gives you what value? Depreciable value. Depreciable value amount blocked is only average, not the full, because it depreciates. So 2,25,000 rupees is what? The depreciable value blocked in the investment. Yes or no? Plus salvage value always blocked. What is that here? 50,000. Plus I also invest in what? Working capital. That gives you the average investment. Everybody understood or not? The logic are not required. We should know only the formula for exam. Okay. For the formula for ARR. First formula is what? Average PAT divided by original investment. Second formula, average PAT divided by average investment. For the average investment, original minus salvage value by 2 plus salvage value plus working capital. That's all. ARR over. Everybody following or not? Now, in this problem, I'm going to write the conclusion. Write conclusion. Mission 1 should be selected because mission 1 should be selected because it has higher ARR. Mission 1 should be selected because it has higher ARR. Mission 1 should be selected because it has higher ARR. It has higher accounting rate of return. Higher ARR. Okay. Finished up? Yes. Now. Let's go for the last discussion, that is called as concept of timing disparity. Give the heading concept of timing disparity. Stop talking. Take question number 23. Take question number 23. Consider the two projects described below. Project X, Project Y. Initial outlay 1,10,000, 1,10,000. Inflows year 1, 2, 3, 4, 31, 40, 50, 70, 71, 40, 40 and 20. Calculate NPV and IRR under the assumption that reinvestment rate of intermediary fund is number 1, 14% and number 2, 20%. Two different questions. When the cost of capital is 10%, how to resolve the conflict in NPV and IRR analysis? Okay. Same. Ultimately, the final answer to be written in examination is very small only, not big, but it is an intricate concept. It will take some time for me to make you get convinced about what is being discussed. For that only very elaborate discussion is made. In the notes, we will be writing a big notes for this particular problem. All this are not required in examination. When they ask in examination a problem involving this, how much to write, I will tell at the end of the sum. Okay. But now let us discuss elaborately the concept of timing disparity, what it is all about. Where we will be learning more about the NPV as well as IRR as a concept. Can I start or not? Now, what we will do is, first let us calculate NPV and IRR for this particular project. Okay. NPV will be calculating elaborately. I'll put the IRR, you can go home and test it. IRR should be calculated using guess rate. Right or not? Why should I calculate using guess rate? Multiple uneven cash flow. I should calculate using a guess rate. I will be giving you an approximate IRR, near IRR. You can go home and check it, calculate accurate IRR, because I don't want to waste time in calculating IRR. We're going to discuss a higher issue now. Can we start or not? Now, let's start with the first. Write down computation of NPV. Question number 23. Question number 23. Computation of NPV. We'll understand this concept with the help of this problem. Okay, computation of NPV. I want you to show some urgency in copying or writing. Also be focused. Okay, computation of NPV. Computation of NPV. Okay, here cash flow of X, cash flow of Y, present value factor at 10%. Why I discounted 10%? Cost of capital. Exactly. And then discounted cash flow of X, discounted cash flow of Y. I do it in a single slide. Okay, discounted cash flow of X and discounted cash flow of Y. Don't worry about the 14%, 20% reinvestment rate given and all. We don't know anything about it till now. Yes or no? You don't consider that number at all. Normally calculate NPV for any other sum. Okay, now tell me, have you all finished opening the column sum? Yes or no? Tell me the years. Year 1, what is the cash flow? 31,000, 71,000. Present value factor is 0.9091. In a 10% first year child knows. Yes or no? 0.9091. Discounted cash flow is 31,000 into 0.9091, 28,182. For Y it is 71 into 0.9091, 64,546. 64,546. Shall I proceed? For year 2, what is the cash flow? 40,000, 40,000, 0.8264. And what is the number? 33,056. Same there also, 33,056. 33,056. Year 3, the cash flow is 50, 40. 50,000, 40,000, 0.7513. 0.7513. It is 37,565. 37,565. 40,000 into 0.7513 gives you 30,052. 30,052. Year 4. 70,000, 20,000. 0.6830. 0.6830. 70 into 0.6830, 47,810. 20,000 into 0.6830, it is 136,60. 13,660. 13,660. Discounted cash inflow. I hope you are all writing along with me the same speed. Discounted cash inflow for X is 1,46,613. For Y is 1,41,314. For Y is 1,41,314. Discounted cash outflow 1,10,000. Discounted cash outflow 1,10,000. Lakh and 10,000. NPV 36,613. 36,613. 31,314. 31,314. 31,314. This is NPV. Respond. Are you all following or not?
Yes, sir.
Those who are not yet copied, raise your hand. Okay, please copy fast. Very simple calculation, already done number of times. Yes or no? No. Those who are not copied, raise your hand. Finish copying up. Can I proceed? Now, next. Shh. Now, we have to calculate IRR for this. Exam, they will be giving you the guess rate. But I have not given. This is only an additional problem. They did not ask you to calculate the IRR. I have calculated for understanding purpose. IRR for X is 22%, Y is 26%. It will be not exact here, it will be something here and there. I rounded off and written approximately. You go home and what? Check. You take 22% as guess rate, it will be almost getting the IRR. Take 26%, it will be almost getting the IRR of Y. Your homework is what? Go home and calculate the IRR for X and Y. Accepted? Now, it will be very near to 22% and 26%. I don't want to write in decimals just for easy discussion. Round off to nearest whole number 22 and 26, which you normally should not do for the IRR. Everybody, yes or no?
Yes,
I am hearing voices, please.
Yes, sir.
Please, don't talk. We have to cover portions, right? Please, participate, copy fast, don't talk, don't discuss. Can I start or not? No. This is the NPV and IRR for the two projects, right? Now, if you go by NPV, which is good project, X or Y? I asked you a question, na? If you go by NP, which is best?
Yes.
If you go by IRR, which is best? Answer, yeah? Okay. Shall I proceed? No. Participation, silence, indifferent, get out. Every class, you are not allowing it to move smoothly. This is not right. Can I proceed?
Yes,
no. Now, tell me, which is having highest NPV? X. Which is having highest IRR? Y. There's a conflicting ranking, right or not?
Yes, sir.
Is it due to life? No. Because both are having what? Same life. There should be some other reason why NPV selects X, IRR selects Y.
Yes, sir.
What is the reason for that conflict only? We will be discussing in the first part. Another half an hour I will be discussing why the conflict arises. Who said timing? But tell me, why timing cause conflict? Tell me. Now, we cannot understand straight away. It requires lot of discussion. Okay. First half an hour will be understanding why the conflict arises. Next half an hour will be discussing how to resolve the conflict. Okay. Panchayat Maria. Somebody comes to Panchayat for some decision. They'll be first asking what has happened. Yes or no? And then they'll be giving you the decision. Right or not? Now, same way we are going to see what has happened and then go for the decision. Can I start or not? No. Okay, see, why NPV IRR conflict arises? Because of the reinvestment rate assumption of NPV and IRR. What is the reason for conflict? Reinvestment rate assumption of NPV and IRR only is the cause for the conflict. The conflict is due to what? Reinvestment rate assumption. Of what? Of intermediary funds. Okay, by heart it. Reason for conflict is what? Reinvestment rate assumption of intermediary funds only is a cause for what? Conflict. Now, what is that assumption? NPV assumes that intermediary funds from the projects are invested at cost of capital. IRR assumes that intermediary funds are invested at IRR rate. Okay. What NPV assumes? Intermediary funds are invested at cost of capital. What IRR assumes? Intermediary funds are invested at IRR rate. This is why, due to the different assumptions of NPV and IRR, the conflict between NPV and IRR comes. NPV selects X and IRR selects what? Y. You won't understand, but you have to by heart it first. Yes or no? Tell me, NPV IRR selects same project or different project? NPV IRR selects same project or different project? Selects what? Different projects. Why they select different project? Because of the difference in reinvestment rate assumption. What is the reinvestment rate assumption of NPV? Cost of capital. What is the reinvestment rate assumption of IRR? IRR rate. This is why the NPV IRR conflict arises. I have told you the reason. This is the reason for the NPV IRR conflict. Okay. Now, the question is, sir, what is the reinvestment rate? What is that intermediary fund? Why? How we know NPV assumes cost of capital? How we know IRR assumes what? IRR rate? Why that assumption creates a conflict in ranking? So many questions should come to your mind. Came or did not come? It should have what? Come to your mind. So above that one, we are going to start answering now in the first half an hour. Okay. Already when I started speaking 15 minutes over, but still I extend by another half an hour this discussion. What is the reinvestment rate assumption all about? Everybody yes or no? No. And at the end only I'll tell you how NPV is always superior to what IRR. We'll be able to understand at the end of this particular discussion. Can I proceed or not? No. I said Maharaja of capital budgeting technique is what? NPV. We did not say IRR no, even though it is also one of the powerful technique. We'll see the reason at the end of this discussion. Can I start or not? No. So this is what I have discussed. I put in the slide now. First is, in the above table, it could be seen that NPV select X, why IRR selects Y. Okay. Why there is a conflict in ranking? Tell me the answer. What is the answer? Exactly. The conflict in ranking is due to reinvestment rate assumptions of NPV and IRR. Accept or not? No. The question is, NPV assumes intermediate funds of the project to be invested at capital rate, while IRR assumes such investment at what rate? IRR rate. Everybody accept or not? Now the question is, sir, what is that reinvestment rate? And how I know NPV assumes cost of capital, how I know IRR assumes IRR rate is the next issue. Can I proceed or not? No. Same. What happens is, I invest 1,10,000 in the project. Let's take for example project X. Okay. I invest how much in project X? 1,10,000. First year the project gives me how much rupees? 31,000. Now, When a project gives an inflow of 31,000, I'll put in my pocket. I'll invest. Any money which I receive, I'll be what? Investing. I will reinvest. Okay. These are all the fund. Fund na cash. These are all the cash I get during the life of the project. Yes or no? These cash flows are all called as intermediary cash flows. What cash flows? Intermediary cash flows. When these money I receive, when the project, MTG starts a new project, every year from a bank it earns some money or not. What it does with the money is called as reinvestment. It's called as what? Reinvestment. The NPV says that whatever money which I get during the course of the project, I reinvest at what rate? Cost of capital rate. What rate here? Cost of capital rate. What the cost of capital? 10%. Okay. Why NPV assumes like that? I'll tell you later. It assumes investment at what rate here? Cost of capital. This 31,000 received, I'm not going to put in the dustbin. I'm going to what? Invest. I invest at what percent? 10%. Yes or no? Like that. All these cash flows of X as well as what? Y. When they receive in between, it will be invested back at what rate? Cost of capital is a NPV assumption. Enna paidana? Yes, sir. How you know NPV assumes like that? You yourself are telling, prove me that what? NPV assumes cost of capital rate. That has to be proved or not? Yes, now let us see the proof. That proof becomes one of the same working note in the modified NPV calculation. Can I put it or not? Now, see. Prove that NPV assumes cost of capital as what? Reinvestment rate. Carefully follow. Okay. Now, everybody, let's take for project X. Same can be understood for what? Project Y. Okay. First year, second year, third year, fourth year. Don't write anything. Listen. Project X, first year gives me how much? Second year, third year, fourth year. These are all the cash flows the project gives in first year, second year, third year and fourth year. When I get 31,000 in first year, what I will do is, I'll put in pocket the investor. And how much percent? For how many years? 5 inning how many years here? 3 years, because I got at the end of the first year, end of second year, end of third year, end of fourth year. Future value calculation for multiple and even. Time will have money. Yes or no? Now, into 1.10 power 3. Compounding. Right or not? Now, is equal to how much? 1.331. What is this 1.331? 1 rupee invested after 1 year, at the end of fourth year will not be 1 rupee, will be what? 1 rupee 33 paise. Ennappa, right or not? Now, another 40 I get once again in the second year end. This money I make an FD. I make an what? FD. I'll make an FD for what percent? 10%. How many years? 2 years. 50,000 I deposit for how much percent? 10% for 1 year. And 70,000 invested what? 10% for 0 years, because last day only I got the money. I won't earn any interest. It is only 1 rupee. Ennappa, right or not? Now, tell me 31,000 into 1.331 gives you 41,261. 40,000 into 1.21 is equal to 48,400. 50,000 into 1.10 gives you 55,000. 70,000 into 1 gives you what? 70,000. Can I add 31 plus 40, 71, 121 plus 70, 1,91 can be added or cannot be? Cannot be. Why can't I add different time value? Can I add the last column? Yes. Everything is in what? Fourth year terms. Everything is in what? Fourth year term. These are all compounded cash flows. I can add it. Yes or no? If I add it, the money is how much? 2,14,661. Ennappa, right or not? No. Just for you to understand, I'll just tell it as a situation and then you can understand. Just a child situation only, just for you to foresee. Okay. Now, I am the project owner. I am the owner of the project. Okay. Today I invested how much rupees? 1,10,000. I invested how much rupees? 1,10,000. Then I went to Singapore. Okay, I went to what? Singapore. And I made you in charge. Tell me where should I go? There I will go. Okay, now. Suppose I go to Singapore. I invested in the project. I went to Singapore. I am going to come back only after how many years? 4 years. In between, I made you my proxy. I made you what? My proxy to take care of the project. Everybody, yes or no? And I also said that every year when the project gives you money, don't take to your house. Okay. Please go and invest at what percent? 10%. I made an arrangement for investment also. Everybody follow not? And Assuming that you are also Harishchandra, you are also what? Harishchandra or Gandhiji, you won't tell any lies, you will promptly invest the correct money, you won't take any money home, okay, you invested all the money, as I said, at what percent? 10% also, that is also done by you. You know, now, after 4 years, I came back. After 4 years, what? I came back, okay. I did not know anything in between. I did not know what? Anything in between. I just purely relied on you. I just purely what? Relied on you. You only know about the project. So, no, for me, only one thing, yeah. What for me is, year 0, I invested 1,10,000. Yes, at the end of the 4th year, I am having 2,14,661. Yes, I know only two things. How much I invested? 1,10,000. I don't know what happened in first year. Why? I am in Singapore. I don't know what is happening in second year. Why? Third year. Fourth year. I came back after what? 4 years. I know only two things. I invested how much rupees? 1,10,000. My passbook shows me how much rupees in my hand? 2,14,661. This is the project cash flow for me. This is what I consider as what? Project cash flow. I want to calculate the NPV now. What has happened? I want to calculate what? NPV. Now, year 0, how much I invested? 1,10,000. What is the present value factor? 1. Discounted cash flow is minus 1,10,000. Yes or no? First year, nothing. Second year, nothing. Third year, nothing. Fourth year, 2,14,661. It is like an FD for me. It is like what? FD for me. And what is my cost of capital? 10%. Always NPV means what? 10%. What is 10%? 4 years? 0.6330. Tell me what is a discounted cash flow for 1,46,613. Yes or no? Now, if I calculate NPV, what is the NPV? 36,613. Ennappa, right or not? Same number you had in the notebook or not? That means the number you calculate is NPV, yes or no? Your NPV number I will be able to get only when if I reinvest the money at 10%. If I invest the money at 11%, this number will be what? Much more higher. I will not get that NPV number. If I invest at 8%, the number will be what? Much more lower. I will not get your NPV number, yes or no? Your NPV number in the notebook, which is normally calculated, is how much? 36,630. That same 36,630 I also got only when I am reinvesting at what percent? 10% is the meaning. Everybody, yes or no? Had I invested at some other, say, amount, this number would not have been obtained. Hence, I have proved that NPV assumes cost of capital as reinvestment rate. Now, more logical way I'll explain. Once I complete the entire discussion, I don't want to go too deep into it, confuse you. Everybody follow what I'm saying? So, now this year I have the clarity. Yeah? Yes, now, if the reinvestment rate is 12%, will I get this NPV number? No. Reinvestment rate is 8%, will I get the NPV number? To get this 36,613 NPV amount, I should have reinvested the money at what percent? 10%. If you remember in time value funny, beginning I said, when I discount at 10%, it means I am compounding at 10%. Discounting and compounding are two sides of the same coin only. It is two sides of what? Same coin only. When I am discounting a number at 10%, it means what? I am compounding also what? 10%. Romba simple. I invested 75,130 and got 1 lakh after 3 years. What is the IRR? 10%. Remember? First time value 1 lakh after 3 years. Present value is what? 75,130. Yes or no? There are two things to it. That is 1 lakh after 3 years is today 75,130. I have discounted 10%. Yes or no? If I discounted 10%, it also means that I am reinvesting the 75,130 at what? 10% interest only. Everybody, yes or no? At what rate I am discounting? At the same rate only. The interest are what? Compounded to get the discounted money. Everybody, are you understanding? So that means NPV is discounting at what rate? Cost of capital rate. So the reinvestment assumption of NPV is what? The cost of capital. I have proved that using this particular slide. Like that you can believe me that IRR, when I calculate IRR, I discount the cash flows at what rate? IRR rate, and called discounted inflow is equal to what? Discount outflow. So you calculate IRR, yes or no? When a discounted IRR rate, I'm reinvesting back at what rate? IRR rate. We can also understand that IRR assumes the money received, the 31, 40, 50, 70, all this money when I receive, in the IRR technique, the technique assumes that the money is invested back at what rate? IRR rate, and calculates IRR. Respond, yes or no? என்னப்பா புரிஞ்சுதா? Now, what I have discussed till now is X and Y have two different rankings. NPV selects X, IRR selects Y. What is the answer? Reason? Because of the different reinvestment rate assumption. What NPV assumes? Cost of capital as reinvestment rate. You are all getting convinced or not? What IRR assumes? IRR rate as reinvestment rate. You can assume that. Okay, are you following what I am saying? Now, so we are now seeing that NPV assumes cost of capital. IRR assumes what? IRR rate as reinvestment rate. Based on that only, they calculate the respective numbers. NPV says it is 36,613 because it is assuming that I am going to invest the money back at what? 12%. And IRR assumes that I am going to invest the money back at what? 22% or what? 26% for respective project. Based on that assumption only, I am calculating the NPV and IRR, and they give you the result. Yes or no? Now, last discussion before I give you notes for this first stage and then go for the second stage. Last discussion. Can I proceed above? Now, the question, sir, why you are shouting? Because all this you are told. NPV assumes cost of capital, reinvestment rate. IR assumes what? IR reinvestment rate. After so much shouting, I still did not understand why there is a conflict. Something out of context is saying, let the NPV discounts at 10%, hence it is inherently compounding at what? 10%. IRR discounts at what? 22% or 26%, inherently compounding at what? 20 or 26%. This is not such a great deal. Why you are shouting? Tell me, how this is creating what? Conflicting ranking. That's the question. How this caused what? Confident ranking. Why you gave the heading timing disparity or cash flow disparity, another name for this. Why this is happening? That's the question. Are you following up? Now. Now for this, let us make the observation of the question that is given. Okay, now. Okay. Till now, what I have discussed, are you following on track or not? No. How reinvestment rate affects the project selection? This is the question. Affects the project selection. This is the heart of the issue. Can I proceed or not? Now, very simple. Now, forget time value of money and all. Forget what? Time value of money. Just tell me, project X gives how much inflow? 31 plus 40, 71 plus 50, 121 plus 70, 1,91,000 rupees is the inflow given by project X. The project gives me this inflow. Forget time value of money. Yes or no? Project Y gives me how much inflow? 71 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20,000, 1,71,000. That means I can say, project gives me more total cash flow and project Y gives me what? Less total cash flow. X gives me 1,91,000 and Y gives me what? 1,71,000. First observation, everybody, yes or no? I'll put the observation in the slide. Okay. See. Total cash flow of X is 1,91,000 and Y is what? 1,71,000. Next. Timing. Timing now, which gives me earlier the cash flows. Big cash flow which gives me earlier. Project 31, 40, 40, 70. Project X. So no. Project Y 71, 40, 40 and 20. We see the timing which is giving big cash flows earlier. Why? Yeah, project X gives us 70,000 only in what year? Fourth year. Y gives the same 70,000 or 70,000 in what? First year itself. You see the timing. If you see what? Timing. Project X begins to give good cash flows towards the end. Project Y begins to give good cash flows in what? Beginning. Project Y is like a beginning superstar. X is like a slog over. Everybody are you for what I am saying? In that case, X is giving a later cash flow and Y is giving what? Earlier cash flow. This another observation I am making. Nothing I am concluding. Everybody, right or not? Now, from this you tell me. Total cash flow of X is what? 1,91,000. Y is what? 1,71,000. Timing is X what? Later. And Y is what? Earlier. From this we can see that each project has got an advantage. Advantage of X is X gives more cash flow than Y. Y gives only 1,71,000. X gives what? 1,91,000. Even though both accepted same 1,10,000 investment, X has given you more cash flow. Y has given you what? Less cash flow. This is the advantage of X. But Y advantage is, Y gives what? Cash flow earlier. Earlier I get, more I can earn reinvestment income. I can invest for more number of years and what? Earn. Everybody up to this are you following? Okay. Now, let us take two scenarios. Let's take what? Two scenarios. In the last discussion, two extreme scenarios. Okay. Now, Arun Jaitley says that. Who is he? Finance Minister. Arun Jaitley says that all interest rate, bank interest rate, 0%. Now, that is, what is the interest, reinvestment is how much percent? 0%. Anywhere reinvest will be getting how much percent? 0%. For example, okay, the investment is how much percent? 0%. Now, don't think whether it is possible or not. Now, lot of countries in West is offering only 0% interest. Some countries are offering minus 2% interest. There are reasons you cannot understand now. Final, there's something called as bond market. Will be understanding how interest rates also can become what? Negative. Minus 2% now for depositing, you should pay interest. Are you follow what I'm saying? Now, don't laugh. Today, lot of countries like Finland, etc. in West, even the countries like Greece, where we had economic say downturn, everywhere the interest is what? Minor, because the bank says, don't give me money, I don't know what to do with it. Business is what? Down, there's no business happening, and people cannot keep money. That's what I'm saying. They cannot provide interest. It's like keeping a jewelry in the locker and paying for it. Yes or no? Like that, even interest rates can be what? Negative. Can be zero. Interest can be what? Zero. Don't doubt about that. It is there. You can go and search in the net. Can I proceed or not? No. So let us take interest rate is 1%, 0%. One extreme scenario. Understand or not? Now, interest rate 0%. Interest rate what? 0% means, now tell me, if I go for X, at the end of 4th year, I'll be having 1,91,000. There is no compounding. There is what? No compounding. Because interest rate is what? 0%. What I put in the account, that will be there. Is not what I am saying. In that case, if the interest rate is 0%, project X gives me at the end of the 4th year, how much it is? 1,91,000. If I invest in project Y, how much I get? 1,71,000. If interest rate is 0%, if the reinvestment rate is what? 0%, tell me which is better, X or Y or X? There's no reinvestment income. There is what? No reinvestment income. I am only purely dependent on what? Project cash flow. Which one project gives me higher cash flow, that should be accepted. Yes or no? So when the interest rate is as low as 0%, I am selecting X, Y, X, because I am having more total cash flow. Y is having what? Less total cash flow. To put it simply, you will be having 1,91,000. I will be having only what? 1,71,000. You are better off because I selected X. Yes or no? I will put a scenario opposite. Suppose interest rate is 100%. Kandu vaddi. That is interest how much percent? 100%. Okay. 1 rupee pota 1 rupee. Okay. 1:2. Okay. If you invest 1, then we giving you what? 2 rupees. Interest rate given is 100%. Money invested what? Doubles every year. Interest how much percent? 100%. In that case, tell me, you like X or Y? Why you say Y? Because interest is huge. Reinvestment interest is what? Huge. I want to get cash flows as early as possible for me to use that reinvestment income and earn more profit. Yes or no? What happens is, this gives 70,000, only at the end of what? 4th year, I'll be crying because on the 70,000, 100% compounding for 3 years last year. Don't decide, it's giving 1,91,000, 20,000 peanuts. 20,000 is what? Very small amount, considering 71,000, 3 years, 100% interest rate. Everybody yes or no? Are you follow what I am saying? That means, understand the conclusion. When the reinvestment rate, when the money which I get, if I am able to reinvest at higher rate, able to invest at what? Higher rate, I will be selecting that project giving me earlier cash flows. When I am able to reinvest at a very low rate, I select that project having what? A high total cash flow. Then I don't worry about when the cash flow is get, because the investment is what? Less only interest rate. I go for high total cash flow. Everybody is or no? Now, tell me the conclusion. When the reinvestment interest rate is very low, which is better? High total cash flow is better, because cash flow only important. When received not important. Yes or no? When the reinvestment rate is very high, which is better? Higher earlier cash flow, because in that case when received is very very important, because it is going to be a game changer in interest earnings. Now look at this. NPV assumes cost of capital 10% interest rate. IRR assumes what? IRR rate around 22 to what? 26%. X not 22%. Y means what? 26%. That's IRR. So no. No. So NPV assumes 10% reinvestment rate. IRR assumes what? Around 22 to 26% reinvestment rate, which is high reinvestment rate. IRR. So IRR selects Y because timing is important. NPV assumes what? Low reinvestment rate. Hence, the reinvestment is not important. The amount is what? Important. It selects what? Yes, because timing not important. Amount of cash flow is important. Yes or no? That is why NPV selects X. IRR selects what? Y. Because NPV assumes a low reinvestment rate. IRR assumes what? A high reinvestment rate. X is having a high cash flow. Hence, I go for what? Low reinvestment rate. Y is having high earlier cash flows. I go for a high reinvestment rate. IRR selects Y. NPV selects what? X due to the reinvestment rate assumption difference. Everybody understood or not? Enappa reason for the conflict? Are you able to understand or not? Now, next stage is how to resolve the conflict. We'll go for that next. Before we write that, notes for what has been discussed till now, and then go for the next stage. Please, everybody respond. Are you following up? Now, I'll just put the slide and then complete it. Now, please don't write it. Let me conclude the discussion. See what is it? So, now all participate. What is the advantage of X? More total cash flow. Advantage of Y? High earlier cash flow. Next. Suppose we assume reinvestment rate is how much percent? 0%. In this case, X will be preferred since the project will give us the highest cash flow at the end of the 4 years. Now 0% interest, now you will have 1,91,000, I have only what? 1,71,000. So X is going to be preferred. In another extreme case, say an interest rate of 100%, all this are imagination only, 100%, then what happens here? Product Y is, since it gives us what? Cash flow earlier, thereby giving us a strong to earn that higher interest rate. And when we get later the cash flow, the interest earning capacity goes. Are you following what I am saying? Now, to conclude, NPV assumes reinvestment rate, cost of capital, which is very low, hence it selects what? X. Whereas IRR, which is very high, selects what? Project Y. This is the reason for conflict. Everybody yes or no? With the first point, we understood why X and Y are selected by NPV and IRR. Understand a reason for conflict is over. The next stage is what? Knowing how to resolve the conflict using modified NPV, modified IRR approach. Ennappa purinjudha? Sequence are you following up? Now, if I am right, you should have copied up to this. Yes or no? No. Write down notes. Write down notes. Point number 1. You should copy in the same speed. Okay? Copy. Let us see. Point number 1. In the above table, it could be seen that point number 1. In the above table, it could be seen that NPV selects X while IRR selects Y. Okay. Can I proceed? See, point number 2. Why there is a conflict in ranking? Point number 2. Why there is a conflict in ranking? Question mark. Why there is a conflict in ranking? Question mark. Point number 2. Why there is a conflict in ranking? Question mark. Write the answer to this question. Tell me what is the reason? The conflict in ranking is due to reinvestment rate assumptions of NPV and IRR. The conflict in ranking is due to reinvestment rate assumptions of NPV and IRR. The conflict in ranking is due to reinvestment rate assumptions of NPV and IRR. Of NPV and IRR. Can I proceed above? is due to reinvestment assumptions of NPV and IRR. Point number 2, have you all finished writing or not?
Yes,
Next.
sir.
Point number 3. NPV assumes, please improve the speed of writing. NPV assumes the intermediary funds of the projects. NPV assumes the intermediary funds of the project to be reinvested at. NPV assumes the intermediary funds of the project to be reinvested at. NPV assumes the intermediary funds of the project to be reinvested at the cost of capital rate. To be reinvested at the cost of capital rate. To be reinvested at the cost of capital rate. While IRR assumes such reinvestment at. While IRR assumes such reinvestment at what rate? IRR rate. While IRR assumes such reinvestment at IRR rate. Such reinvestment at IRR rate. Now, can I proceed on? Now. Next, point number 2 or 3 or 4? 4. Prove that, in the same speed, prove that NPV assume, adhe slow number vedudhu, prove that NPV assumes the cost of capital rate as. Prove that NPV assumes the cost of capital rate as reinvestment rate. Prove that NPV assumes the cost of capital rate as reinvestment rate. NPV assumes the cost of capital rate as reinvestment rate. Can I proceed on? No. Copy this. So from this, what I tried to say is, only when a compound at 10%, I will be getting what? The 36,613 NPV number. Yes or no? Otherwise, if I reinvested some other rate, I will be getting some other number, but not that NPV number. Hence, it is proved that NPV assumes what? Cost of capital as reinvestment rate. That's the proof here. Okay. Now, copy fast. Please.